of transgenic plants. So the content of this presentation will be the introduction, history, techniques, applications, pros and cons, and conclusion. So firstly, talking about transgenic plants, a transgenic plant is a modified plant where genes are transferred from one organism to another organism through genetic engineering techniques. So the main aim of this transgenic plant is to introduce a new trait into the plant, which does not occur naturally in the species. So a transgenic plant contains a gene which is artificially inserted, so it is called as a transgene. And basically it comes from a plant which is not related to the particular species. Okay, the purpose of inserting a combination of genes in a plant is to make it useful and productive. And this process, it provides advantages like it improves the shelf life of the plant, it gives a higher yield, and it improves the quality of the plant, and it is also pest resistant, tolerant to heat, cold, and drought resistance. So it is also tolerant to a variety of biotic and abiotic stresses. So moving on to the next slide. So talking about the history, so these were the two scientists named by Mark van Montagu and Jeff Skell. So it was the first company they genetically modified a tobacco plant which was an insect resistant, and it produced an insecticidal proteins called Bacillus thuringiensis. So in 1987, these were the two scientists who just first created a transgenic tobacco plant. So coming into the techniques, so genetically engineered plants are generated in the laboratory by alternating genetic makeup by adding or deleting some of the plant genes. So mainly the target for production of transgenic plant is the nucleus. So wherein a gene which is to be inserted is directly inserted to the nucleus. So the techniques followed are like a bialistic method or a particle gun method, is also called as gene bombardment method. So the another method is here the agrofactory to feed patients transformation method. So coming into the applications, so we have 6 type of applications. It is the resistance to biotic stresses. So resistance to biotic stresses, improvement of the crop yield and quality, transgenic plants with improved nutrition. So commercial transgenic crop plants and transgenic plants as bioreactors. So resistance to biotic stresses. So genetic engineering of plants has led to the development of crops with increased resistance to biotic stresses, which is described in 3 major categories. So biotic stresses in the sense which occurs in the nature. So those may be resistance to insecticides, viruses, fungal and bacterial disease resistance. So coming to insect or pest resistance. So example quoted here is BT cotton. So BT cotton is a transgenic cotton wherein strains of bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, which produces over 200 kind of different toxins, was found to be harmful to insects. So most notably, BT toxins are insecticidal to the larvae of moths, butterflies, beetles, cotton ball worms, and flies, but they are harmless and to other forms of life. So mainly these were mainly the plant was mainly affected by these kind of larvae like moths, butterflies, and all. So gene coding for BT toxin has been inserted into cotton as transgene. So this is a gene that is of interest that was introduced into the plant initially. So it was induced to produce natural insecticide in the tissues. So in many regions, the main pests in commercial cotton are leptospira larvae, which are killed by the GP protein in the genetically modified cotton plant they eat. So in the modified cotton, so there was a protein called as BT protein, which when consumed by leptospira class of insects, they cause their death. So these eliminates the need to the use of large amounts of broad spectrum insecticides to kill leptospira pests, some of which have developed pyrophenoid resistance. So BT cotton was created through addition of gene encoding for toxin crystals in the tri group of endotoxin. So it was a class of toxins called as tritoxins, which was an endotoxin. So when insects attack and eat the cotton plant, so the toxins which were modified were responsible to the death of an insect, and the death was due to the increased level of pH in the insect's stomach. So coming to the transgenic plants with improved nutritional value, the example can be golden rice. So rice usually initially rice had lack of vitamin A. So scientists, after many researches, they found that variety of rice to genetic engineering. So it was designed to produce beta carotene, which was a precursor of vitamin A. So the rice plant usually produce beta carotene in leaves, but not in the endosperm. So endosperm is a part that we consume in rice. So golden rice was produced by introducing two genes in rice plant. So the name of the genes are PSY, that is phytoene synthase, a gene from a daffodil plant. So CRT1, phytoene desaturase, so it is a gene from a soil bacterium called as Erwinia eurydophora. So these two genes were introduced to put back the beta carotene synthetic pathway in endosperm. So golden rice is at the moment in field trial in Bangladesh. So basically here the precursor of vitamin A was introduced and the pathway was followed by wherein it used to produce golden rice with enhanced vitamin A content. So herbicide resistant plants. So glyphosate, so iopantine is an phosphonomethyl glycine, is a broad spectrum of herbicide and it is a crop desiccant. So it is an organophosphorus compound, specifically a phosphonate, which acts by inhibiting the plant enzymes. So this compound it basically annual broadleaf weeds and grasses to compete with crops. Its herbicide effectiveness was discovered in by Monsanto, chemist called Monsanto, and John E. Franz in 1970. EPSP encoding gene from mutant E. coli was isolated and is kept under the promoters and grown into the plant cell using agrobacterial plant. So basically the code which was the gene which was coding for EPSP it was extracted from a mutant E. coli and it was isolated and some ways kind of promoters were cloned and put into plant cells using AG agrobacterium defenses which had a tumor inducing plasmid in it. So then this was responsible for killing of the weeds and all. So transgenic plants like potato are developed by inducing mutant ALS, that is acetolactase synthase gene. So ALS catalyzes the synthesis of hydrophobic amino acids like leucine, isoleucine and valine. So glyphosate it is commercially marketed under the name called Roundup. So the advantages and disadvantages of genetically modified plants or transgenic plants are they're less prone to pests and insects since they come with natural pesticides. So they are inherited with natural pesticide ability. So hence fewer pesticides are used, which causes low health risks. So coming next advantage is genetically modified crops use low labor, less irrigation and fewer pesticides, and hence the production cost is low since resources used are minimal. So the crops are rich in nutrients which provides health benefits. So like as in case of golden rice, we know that it was rich with vitamin A. So genetically modified crops produce increased yields which help to feed a large number of populations with minimal resources. So on the other hand, you have disadvantages. These crops they contain the DNA of other plants and hence may cause an allergic reaction. Some may be allergic to the genes or the chemicals produced by those plants. So these crops have low nutritional value since genetic engineering overlooks the nutritional value of focusing on other needs. So the main intention would be to create a pest resistance or disease resistance. So on that note, some of the nutrients may be diminished from those plants. So these crops are resistant to antibiotics due to the genetic modification process. So their antibiotic property would be hindered. So genetically modified crops have increased toxin production and levels that are already harmful to humans. So already by the usage of synthetic fertilizers, the toxicity would have increased. Genetically modified plants, if they are not administered properly, they may also lead to increased toxin production, which are harmful to humans. Thank you.